Yeah, hi team. Good morning.
Hi, Vira. Good morning.
Yeah, so we can start in 2 minutes. Okay, guys, so we can start now. Sharath only missing, any other only missing? So 8 members total, right? I think 11. Okay, let's get started. So first,
I think
first,
Ravi also having interview. He also missed the class today.
Okay, Rohini, no problem. So we
Yeah,
will start then in that case.
yeah, sure.
So meanwhile, so team, any questions on yesterday topic? I think you have went through the topic. So any questions on that yesterday topic? Vinay, Dharma, Yogesh.
No question from my side, bro.
Okay, Sushil Kumar.
Yeah, yeah. We are good. We are good. Veera.
Okay, great. So okay, then we'll start the session for today. Let me share my screen. Okay, so in yesterday class, so if you see this architecture, so in yesterday class we have already discussed to creation of public network and private network. So for the public network, we have to follow these steps. First, we have to create a VPC and subnet and internet gateway. It should be attached to VPC. Creation of route table, route the internet from IG to RT, and route the internet from RT to required subnet. So it is public now. So launch an incident instance. So we'll start from the scratch again, the entire process, what we learned from today, the last 1 week. So the creation of the requirement. The requirement is deploy 2 applications. So one is public and one is private. So in these 2 applications, so we have to take care as a DevOps engineer, environment and all we have to create. So public application we should deploy into public server, and a private application we should deploy into private server. So in this case, we have to create a network first. So in this case, what we can understand from the requirement, we have to create a one public server. We have to create so public and a private server. We have to create public and private server. So in this case, so if you want to create a public and private server, first we have to design a network, the background. To create a public server, we have to design public subnet. If you want to create a private server, we have to design private subnet. So in this case, the first step is for we are discussing here public server, public network and server, public custom network. We have already public network that is AWS provided, but we are not supposed to use that network. So we have to create our own network, the custom network. The first step is create a VPC. So whenever create a VPC, this is virtual private cloud. So in the public cloud, we are creating a virtual private layer. So let me draw a here VPC layer. Okay, this is VPC. Okay. Okay, cool. And next step is, okay, let me create parallelly so that we'll get a better clarity. So let's go to any one of the region here. So I'm in Sydney region. Let's check list of VPCs here. So better I'll create in next region, US West Oregon. Okay. So here my end is two VPCs are already there. One is default, I think one is custom. So let's create a VPC here. So let's create a VPC here. The first step is creation of VPC. So here I'm giving 10.0.0.0 by 16, as I said. So I'm giving tags also for the name, and my VPC. You can give us whatever for my custom VPC. So the step one. So if you want to deploy a public application, we have to create a public server. In this case, we have to deploy a public network. So whatever private network or public network, VPC is the mandatory. So I'm creating a VPC. So creation of VPC is done. Okay, cool. Let's go to next step is for public subnet. So we have to create here. So we have to create here. Create internet gateway. Create internet gateway and attach to VPC. This is step number 2. So whenever attach internet gateway only, your VPC is able to take the request from external. So definitely we have to create a internet gateway and attach to VPC. Step number 2. So creating an internet gateway means this is the step, attach to VPC. Okay, so I'm writing here number 1. So number 2. Step number 3. Let me create internet gateway. So VPC creation done, right? To create internet gateway, everything is in VPC dashboard only. So if you can see here, internet gateway is there. So I'm creating internet gateway. So just give name, whatever name, my custom IG. So create internet gateway. So once you create internet gateway, so but creation of internet gateway, after that we have to attach to VPC only. So that only VPC is able to get the internet from external. Is anyone is trying to connect the VPC first, this internet gateway is help to get the take the request from external only. So attaching a VPC or actions, you can go here, attach a VPC, whatever. So which VPC might create a VPC? So step 2 also done. Let me close this. So this one also done. Step 2 also done. Now let's start to step 3. So we have to create a subnets now. We have to create now subnets. So I'm going to create a 2 subnets. So creation of subnets. Step number 3, creation of subnets. Okay, so creation of subnets means I can create just 2 subnets only. If you can see the requirement here, one is public, one is private. In this case, I can create a 2 subnets. One is for public subnet, one is for private subnet. In this case, I'm creating inside 2 subnets. This is green indicates is public and red indicates is private. Okay. So let me write here, this is VPC. So CIDR is 10.0.0.0 by 16. So this is IG, internet gateway. So these are subnet. So subnet 1. So subnet 2. Subnet 1, subnet 2. Let's create a subnets now. Go to here, create a subnets. select a VPC here, my custom VPC. So my subnet name is subnet 1. So here I can give 1.0.1 by 24. I'm taking 128, sorry, 24 256 IPs. I'm going to create second subnet also here. So subnet 2, the naming conversion is subnet 1, subnet 2. Subnet 2. So here 10.0. Here 2.0 by 24. One series already I have taken to 256, right? So I'm taking like this. So creating the subnets. So just I have created a 2 subnets only, 1 and 2. So if you can come to my architecture, so step number 3. This is also step number 3. So as per this architecture, my 2 subnets are, there is no any internet routing. This is internet gateway. There is no internet routing. In that case, these 2 subnets are private subnets. There is no any routing, internet routing for any subnets. So in this case, these are private subnets. But my requirement is what? One is public, one is private. So I need to create this subnet. I need to make it. So this subnet is a public subnet. In this case, here is the internet gateway. If I route internet gateway to my subnet, this is also public subnet. So if I'm not giving the any routing options here like this, so this is until and that this is private subnet. So how to provide a routing this one? So in that case, we have to create a route table to provide a routing. So let's say write a fourth point is, so create a route table. So create a route table. Step number 4, create a route table. So my RT, okay. So whenever you create a route table, so creation of route table, so will not get internet. We have to route from here to here and here. This path is open, right? So we have to provide a routing from here to here. Then only the internet will come, internet gateway to route table. Again, we have to route here to here. So this circuit, if you can see this, now the path will be created. Internet gateway, route table, and subnet. So we have to provide this routing. Until in that 4th step, we have to note it here. This is 4th step. So now let's go and create a route table also. So same VPC dashboard and route table also there. Let's go to route table in the VPC dashboard. This is the route table. I'm creating a route table to route the traffic from internet gateway to route table. Custom RT. So route table, while creating a route table, it should ask which VPC it should under it should be created. So this is my custom VPC. Create a route table. So let's go to route tables. The custom route table is created. So this custom route table is created. So step 4 also done. Yeah. And next step is okay, sorry. And next step is we have to route we have to route this internet from here to here. So let's write the step. Provide the routing. Provides the routing. IG. IG means internet gateway to RT, route table. So provides the routing. IG to internet gateway. Provides the routing IG to RT. So step number 5. Done. And next routing is, so my internet is feeding to only RT, right? So I have to feed here to here. So this is called. So first we have to implement this step, 5th number step. So if you want to provide a routing from internet gateway route table, we have to check edit routes option. Edit routes option to provide this step. Let's go to route table. This is my route table. In this route table, I have to provide a routing by edit routes. See, I'm inside the route table. Whenever you can click, you will get a option to route the traffic. So here we have to select the destination all zeros. Internet is all zeros means all sources. We have to select your internet gateway here and click on this internet gateway like this way. So whenever you can click the internet gateway, it will open like this. Again, you need to click on this. Then you will get this pop-up and select. So once again, I'm showing here. Go to edit routes. I'm deleting here. So add route. So all zeros, destination. Target is my internet gateway. Select your internet gateway. So save changes. So this is done. This is done. So internet gateway to route table routing is done. So where we can provide this routing, edit routes option inside the route table. And the next routing is, so internet is there to route table only. So we have to track again from here to here. So the last step is what? Sixth step is routes the traffic from RT to required subnet. So RT to required subnet. So this option enables at subnet association. So if you want to enable this routing, we have to go edit subnet association inside route table. In that case, let's go. This is step number 6. So let's go to edit subnet associations. See, this is the step. You have to click on this and edit subnet association. So these options are enabled inside route table only. Don't confuse. Whenever you can click the route table only, we can see these many steps. And click on the edit subnet association here. See, my end, I'm able to see 2 subnets. Okay, so I have to select which subnet is you are going to provide a public option. So subnet 1, subnet 2 is there in my end. So I'm going to give a subnet 1 is a public. I'm not going to check subnet 2. So save association. So if you can see here in this point, you can see both subnets where I need to provide internet. If I click this subnet, the routing will go here. So if I'm not giving any option here, this is no internet option is there. So my internet is go to only this subnet. So now the step number 6 is also done. So now internet is here, internet gateway is here. So if anyone is going to access, if anyone is trying to access, for example, this is my laptop. So if anyone is trying to access, trying to access means, okay, the last step is after 6 step is we have to launch a instance. We have to launch an instance. So public subnet also ready, right? So in this case, we have to launch instance. Let me launch instance. Okay, launch instance. So whenever you can launch instance will be created in the public segment. Okay, let's go and create instance inside the public subnet. Now this subnet is public number, so public subnet. So I'm giving here public. Okay. So let's go and launch an EC2 instance. Whenever you can launch instance in the public subnet, by default, this instance also work like a public server. So let's go and launch a server. So here, public EC2. I'm just giving a name. So here, don't forget to enable auto assign public IP. So T2 micro. So you can use existing key. So my end, I think no keys. So these 3 keys are not there in my local laptop. In this case, I'm going to create one more key. So my custom key like this. I'm just giving name. So I'm going to connect to mobile system. So in this case, I'm enabling .pem only. If you want to connect to put it directly, you can select this while connecting time. So keeper is downloaded .pem. So the same key will be created as a public key into the instance. And network settings, edit. This is not my default VPC. So my VPC is here, custom VPC, not default VPC. And I have created 2 subnets, subnet 1, subnet 2. So I'm going to give a subnet 1. The reason subnet 1 is public. I have given routing from internet gateway to subnet 1. So here, this is public instance I'm going to create. In that case, I'm going to select public subnet. And auto assign public IP by default disable if you are using a custom network. So definitely have to enable this one. Otherwise, public IP will not be created. And existing group, as we discussed, select existing secret group. You can select for a default one. No problem. So launch an instance. So my instance, I have launched. Okay. So my instance is creating now. So the requirement is, see guys, we need to understand now the requirement is, if we can go for the requirement again, launch a so deploy 2 applications, one is public and one is private. So my environment is ready, public server is ready. Let's deploy the application. So my application also ready in my local laptop. I have tested, it is working fine. This is my app. So to deploy this application into the server, first we have to connect, right? So to connect the server, so by using internet gateway, the request will go to internet gateway and it will route to here and here and here and here and here. We can connect like this, public server. So to connect like this, we need what here? Public IP. As we discussed in the last classes, to connect the server, the requirements are public IP, private key, protocol. So public IP, private key, and protocol. Okay. So yeah, while creating a server, so I have created keeper also. My and private key already downloaded. As we know, protocol is SSH is common. SSH means the port number is 22. And now public IP is also I have assigned. So here public IP will be created. So if you can see, this is my public IP. Let's go and give here. So this is my public IP of the server. So if I hit my public IP, I'm able to connect my server by using private key and protocol. Okay. So now creation of environment is ready. My application is ready. The application will give by developers. So simply we can connect the server and deploy our application. So to connect the server, so these many required. Connect the server by using these parameters. Okay. So let's now. Okay. Okay. So environment is ready. Application is ready. Connect the server, deploy the application. So this is still now just for an idea. So why we need to create a server? So as a DevOps engineer, environment is also your role only. So this is manual process, what we created here. The same process we can see by using Terraform also in the coming classes. So by using Terraform only, we need to deploy. To understand a Terraform, this manual process is very important. If you are understand this manual process only, we can implement this infrastructure development by using Terraform. Anyway, this is very important session anyway. So my public is ready. So next is what? Private server. So private server has to deploy in private subnet only. So this subnet always private only. There is no internet routing here. If you route from here to here, this is also public. Until route here to here means no routing, no internet gateway connection means simply this is private subnet only. In this case, create a server directly. Private and public, what is the difference? Public is nothing but by using internet, we can connect from anywhere. Private is nothing but we cannot connect the instance from the external by using internet, since there is no public IP also for this instance. So let me create a server, private server also. Private subnet is ready. So let me write this is private subnet. Okay. So let's go to launch a private server in the private subnet. Why we are creating a private server? To deploy private application. Okay. So private EC2. So T2 micro keeper, you can use keeper there. So whatever, if it is a public server, if it is a private server, keeper, there is no any impact. So I'm just giving the same keeper. So this time you need to select your VPC. So this is default is not my VPC. My custom VPC is my VPC. And subnet one. If you select a subnet one, again this instance also going to create in the subnet one, but that is not my requirement. So I have to create into the subnet two. This is private subnet. So in this case, auto SN public IP should be disabled. This is private server, private subnet. No need to enable. Even enable also it will not work. The reason we haven't route any internet from route table to private subnet. So security group, you can select existing one also. We have to enable only SSH22 launch and distribute steps. So public custom network is created, creation done now. So note here. So if we create a subnet, until route the internet from route table, this is private only. Okay, that subnet is private subnet. So same thing. I haven't provided any routing from here to here. So in that case, this is private subnet only. So private subnet inside, if you launch instance, private server only. So there is no public IP for this instance since it is a private server. So, okay. So my instance also launch here. So if you can go here, so private server also running. If you click on the private server, There is no public IP. So no one can access from external, by the way. Okay. So far, any questions?
No, Vira.
No, Veera.
Clear? Creation of public server and private server by implementing the subnets and all.
Yes, Veera.
Yes, Veera, clear.
Okay. Let's go to again paint. So here we have to understand one very important concept, guys. So here your developer or DevOps engineer want to deploy an application. Definitely we have to connect the server. Let's connect the server, okay, by using MobXtem or directly instance connect option. So let's connect directly instance connect option. So this is my instance. Okay, no, let's connect through MobXtem only, or terminal or putty, whatever your wish. So SSH means automatically protocol is 22. So let's go to give a public IP of the server here. Public IP of the server here. Yeah, MobXtem. Yeah. So endpoint I have given public IP to connect a server. Three things are mandatory. One is for public IP, one is protocol. Whenever I select SSH, port number 22 is selected automatically. And last one is key pair. So downloaded key pair is there, right? Private key pair, my end. So you have to give this key pair and okay. So, okay, let's understand now. So I'm unable to connect my server. So let's check a security groups. So everything I have given correct only, my key pair and IP and everything I have given correct only. But still I'm not unable to access means there is a restrictions maybe in the security group end. This is my security group. So click on the instance, come to security, click on the security groups. So this is my security group. Let's go and verify the inbound rule. Yeah, if you can see this inbound rule, guys, the source is only through internal security group only, but source is we should give anywhere IPv4. Okay. If unable to change this, delete this rule entirely, no problem. And add a rule here. And you can give all traffic or SSH is fine to connect. SSH. Are you okay? SSH. Here anywhere IPv4 means my source 000 means my laptop is able to connect or other laptop also able to connect. Save rule. So for example, the understanding of this is here multiple laptops are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All traffic means any laptop, any developer can connect the server if they are having private key pair only. So the SSH 22 is enabled for everyone means what? If they are having private key only, they are able to connect. If you enable SSH 22, if they don't have any private key, so it is not possible to connect. The important thing is private key here. So whatever, if you can give public IP, if you can give protocol also, not an issue until you share the private key to these developers, list of developers. So now let's go and check now. So again, just press R to refresh the connection. See this time accept. So here you have to give EC2-user. Okay. So EC2-user, you have to check sudo su- to switch here. So you are in the root now. Okay. You are in the root now. So guys, I'm able to connect my server without any issue. So here I will show some troubleshooting activities. So this is custom network, right? So custom public network. My instance is running custom public network. So if I go to my architecture, so all steps are mandatory to connect your server. So for example, if I remove this connection, there is no internet routing from route table to here. How to remove this connection? If I want to enable or disable, you have to go edit subnet association option inside route table. So let's go and VPC section, route table are there in the VPC section. You just click on the route table. So this is my route table. Again, click on the route table. So if you can see, I want to remove this path, route table to subnet association. In this case, you need to click on the subnet association, edit subnet association. So I'm going to remove this path. Whenever you disable means this two is not connecting to our routing table. Save association. So, but your instance is running inside the public subnet, right? But now this is not a public subnet. The reason you have removed this path. So both subnets are private only now. In this case, let's go and check my connectivity is there or not. See, if I give enter, I'm unable to give any command here. The reason my screen got stuck. In that case, my connection got stuck here. Refuse the connection. So let's, after some time, you will get an error, timeout error. So in this case, yeah, session stopped. See, the reason we haven't give the routing. See, session stopped. If you give again R means again no EC2 user means no internet for your public subnet. No internet means my laptop is not inside of the AWS environment. My laptop is outside of the AWS environment. So my laptop is in Hyderabad, my server is running in Sydney or whatever. In this case, how to reach my request here to there? By using internet only. I have internet. My VPC also having internet. Excuse me. So if you can see my laptop, so to travel the request from here to here, I have internet. Through protocol, my request is traveling to internet gateway for VPC. So VPC also attached internet gateway, no problem. Here to here also routing is there to my route table, no problem. But the problem is here to here. I have removed the connection. So my internet, my request is able to hit till route table only, but not here. The path is disabled. So again, what I can do, I will again give the same path. To enable the path, again, we have to go subnet association only. Edit subnet association. So I can give again, my subnet one is a public subnet. So, okay. Let's log in again. Connection timeout here. Okay. So go to subnet association, edit subnet association. So again, I'm going to enable this connection, route table to subnet. So save association. Now again public. Now come here, give R. See is login as a coming. Now you can give EC2 as a user. So like that we can troubleshoot. And again, this time, what I'm going to do. So this time I will remove this connection. Okay, let's make a connection first. And this time I will remove this connection. So to remove this connection, I should go to edit routes option. So let's go to edit routes option in the route table. So I'm in the route table only. So edit routes option. So I'm in the edit routes only. So if you can say my internet gateway I have given for all 000. So I'm going to remove this path simply, save changes. Again, let's go here. See, again, I'm unable to give the enter. The reason no internet means go to architecture, your request from here to here and block here only. No routing here to here. Okay, let's go here. After some time, you will get an error connection timeout. Let's wait some time. See connection timeout. So what I can do again, I will provide my connection again. To provide the connection to architecture, to provide the connection, go to edit routes only. So go to edit routes and give the connection here. So go to edit routes to give the connection. So inside the route table, go to edit routes, give the all zeros here and select your internet gateway. Save changes. Again, come here, press R. See, EC2 -user. successful, I'm able to connect. So like that, we need to troubleshoot. If you are able to connect or unable, so we have to go to check and each and every step. And finally, you have to check security group is enabled or not for all resources. We have to verify like that only. So now this is fine. I'm able to connect a public server. Okay. But you need to understand one thing, guys. In real time, in real scenarios, we haven't deployed any application in public servers. Okay, we should deploy in private servers only. Okay, we should deploy. So in real time, projects, applications are if we have to deploy applications in private instance only, in private servers only, not for public servers. In this case, we have some challenge. So to deploy application private server, so private server, there is no public IP. Even though there is no internet, means how you can connect from here to here. So it is not possible. Okay, anyway, till here clear the connection of the server with the troubleshoots and all. Till here clear?
Yeah, Veera.
Yes, Veera.
No questions, right?
No questions. No questions.
Okay, let's move to the next concept. Very, very important concept, guys. This is very, very important. So applications we have to deploy in private servers only, not public servers. Then why I have created a public server? Simply I can create a private server, right? So here is the point. So guys, okay, let's understand this is my laptop. My laptop means I'm the developer or DevOps, whatever. My laptop is not inside the VPC. My laptop is not inside the VPC means I'm external. Okay, this is my laptop. So I'm not inside of the VPC, I'm external, I'm outside of the VPC. I'm not inside of the network, I'm outside of the network. So definitely, if you're outside of the network, guys, if you're outside of the network, so how you can connect the server? Definitely you should use the internet only, right? There is no any option. So for example, we are conducting a session means by using internet only you are able to connect, I'm able to connect. Without internet, it is not at all possible. Same thing, my server is running. My private server is running, so US West region, Oregon. So, but I'm in Hyderabad. To connect the Oregon server, definitely I should have a internet. I should have a internet. In that case, to connect the private server, okay, my end is internet is there. So to travel the request from here to here, so no problem. The internet gateway is allowed to connect the server from here to here. The same thing, your request will go to internet gateway and route table, but here there is no any routings. In this case, this is private subnet. So private subnet, I mean private server, not at all possible to connect from external. Not at all possible from external. The private subnet, there is no internet. If there is no internet means my request will go and stuck here only. Otherwise go here only, but not here. There is no path here. So in this case, how to connect the private server from external? So public server, we don't have any challenges. The public server means we have internet. I have internet and public server also internet. So my request will go travel like this way by using public IP. So where we can use the public IPs? So public IP we can use to connect from external only. Public IPs are allowed to connect the server from external by using internet, by allowing internet. Okay, by using internet. But what about private IPs? But what about private IPs? So private IPs allows to connect only for internal request only. But not from external. But I'm not inside the network, I'm external only. So in this case, how to connect the server from here to here? So by direct way, not at all possible, since it is a private. I have internet, but there is no internet. But private server allows internal connections, internal communication. If the request will come from the internal, it will allow. So private IP will allow the connection if the request will come from internal. So in this case, what I will do, I will use the public server to reach my request to internal first. Since private server will allow us to connect from request will come from internal, right? By using this public server, I will connect the private server. So indirectly, I have connected private server. This is the process. So this process is called Bastion host. So Bastion host. Very important, Bastion host. What is Bastion host process? So by using this process, we can connect private server from external by using public server. So for that, first we have to connect the public server and then enter into the private server. Okay. So guys, we need to understand one thing. My laptop and server, both are working same principle. So if I try to connect from my laptop to my server means I have to provide these many details so that I'm able to connect the server. For example, if you try to connect the server from here to here, yes, it is possible. You can connect the request from server to server. Still, if you can see, I'm inside of the public server. So I can connect from here to private server so that I will enter into the private server. This is called Bastion host. So now you tell me guys, just understand how to connect from here to private server. So already we discussed one command through connect a terminal process. So the terminal process, how to connect the server by using SSH client. If you run this command into my terminal, so if I have a key, definitely I'm able to connect the server in this approach also. This is terminal connect approach. So this terminal connect approach, so let's understand which server it is. Okay, private server. So if you click on this private server, so connect option SSH client. So if I run this command into my CMD terminal or your Mac terminal, okay, if I run this command, definitely it will not work. The reason, this is private IP, not public IP. So private IP, we cannot connect directly from external. My laptop is external. Then how I can connect? By using public server. First, you can enter into the public server and public server to private server you can connect. Same thing I'm trying to say. This is the command to connect a private server. this is the command to connect a public server. What is the difference? If it is a connect a public server means here public IP will come only, simple. If it is a private server means private IP will come only. This is private server command to connect the SSH client. If I give the same command inside the server, see what I'm trying to say here. So I'm here. So if I try to connect from here, my private server is able to connect the private server. The private server, the requirements are what? You should be inside the network only. So I'm inside the network only. I'm not inside my laptop. See, for example, I'm inside the server only. If I give ls, nothing is there. My server, I'm in my server only. For example, if I'm in my laptop, if I give ls, I'm able to so many documents, so many folders, so many files. But I'm not inside of my laptop now. I'm inside of my server only. So you are inside of the server means you are already inside of the network. So if you are inside of the network, what is the private server statement? If you are inside of network, you can able to connect the private server by using private IP. That's what the requirements. Yes, I'm inside of the network now. So definitely I can connect the private server. So here we need to understand very important thing. Okay, the important thing is to connect the server, to connect the private server. Whatever the same process, how to connect the public server, same process, connect the private server from the public server. So to connect the public server, what and all? So what and all things we have given to connect the public server? Same, you have to give the same thing from here to here. But understand here one thing, the difference is here to here you have to provide the private IP. So the requirements are what here? Private IP is required, not public IP. You are inside of the network now. And next is protocol is required. And next is private key is required. So these three are required if my public server want to create a private server. Same. So if you want to connect your laptop to public server, you have to define these three, right? Same. If your public server want to connect a private server, you have to update these details. For example, if this server want to create one more server, just I'm saying that if this server want to create one more server, so you have to provide the same details here also. But you need to understand the very important point is here. If you want to create a server from outside to here, so the difference is only we can use the public IP from if you're connecting from external. But private key you have to upload the respect to server, public key is there inside. The same thing. Now this is the source, this is the target. So this is the target and all the public key is there, right? You have to upload in the source and the respect to private key. How you are uploading the respect to private key here to connect this server? Same, you have to upload the respect to private key here and then connect the target server. So in this case, I'm going to upload a private key of the target server here. So how to upload? You can use the command here. Okay. So you can, okay, we'll do one thing. We can run vi command to upload a key. So vi. So in the Linux, we have a command to upload a key in the terminal also. So we have to create the key pair name here. My key pair name is what? This is the key pair I'm going to provide. The reason both servers are created with this key pair only. In this case, I'm going to upload this key pair. Click on the key pair, copy. This related public key already there in the target server. So to upload here, you have to give the same key pair name. What is my key pair name here? My key pair name is mycustom.pem. Sorry, mycustkey.pem. We have to give .pem also. So mycustkey.pem. So paste the key. So escape : WQ and exclamation. If you give like this only, you can come out from the terminal and VI page. So if you give ls, see, I have created a one PEM file here. This PEM file is what? Private PEM file. This related public PEM file are already there in the target server. So here the target server already public is there, right? To connect the server from here to here, the server will allow the coming request end should be there the private key. Yes, my hand already uploaded private key of this public server. That's what this server is able to authenticate to connect this server. How your laptop is authenticate to connect the server? Your laptop and the private key should be there. While connecting time, you are uploading the key. Then only it will allow. Same. The request is coming from not here now. The request is coming from here to here. You just assume this is the laptop. So the laptop, and you have to upload the private key to connect this public key, to connect the private server. So in the inside of the private server, we have a public key, and the source and we have a private key. So this server can authenticate directly, and only private key, and also along with the private key required a protocol and private type also required the target end. So by combining these three, we have a command that is SSH client command. See, this is the protocol. This is the key. So this is the EC type and user after connecting. This is the endpoint details. This is the private IP. So if I take this, if I run this command now, I'm connecting from public server to private server. Just give enter. So are you sure want to connect? Give yes. Permission denied. So we have to understand one thing. If you read this connection options, we have instructions. Open a SSH client. Yes, I have opened it. Locate your private key file. The key use it to launch in the instance. Yes, I have used this key while launching the instance. So the respect to private key, you have to locate. So I have located a private key here by using VI option. Okay. And next there, it will say run this command. So this is commands, guys. This is chmod 400 means. So 400 chmod means read permission of the key. So I will explain in the Linux classes what is read, what is write and all. So if I give 4 means here, this key is able to read the user only. Otherwise, this key is unable to open, so that if it is unable to open means this server is unable to connect the target end. That's what I'm running this command, see, to give the read permission of the server. Now give up arrow. Yes. Now give the, see, I'm able to connect the target server. This is private app of the target server. Now I'm inside the public server. To public server to I have connected private server. Now you can add any application here. You can deploy anything here. So this is called bash and host. How to enter into the private server? By using public server, you can enter into the private server. To connect a private server, the public server end, you have to upload the private server private key. Since the public key is there already private server, and you have to give the SSH protocol, and you have to give private IP. So all the requirements are there in the single command. So this is SSH client. Already we ran this command to connect public server even in the previous classes. Now I'm using the same command to connect private server. The difference between public server command and private server command only here only. If it is a public server, you have to give the public IP. If it is a private server, you have to give the private IP. So now I'm able to connect inside of the private server from external. See, here to here, point step number 1, here to here, step number 2, like this. Clear? Any questions? This is little difficult concept. If you do one practice, you can easily understand. So, and one more thing, in real time, so definitely we can deploy our applications into the only private server. Then why public server? The usage of public server is to connect the private server. Why public server? So developers can connect from external directly public server, not private server. So once you are enter into the public server, you are inside of the network. So private server will allows, private IP will allows only the requests are inside request only. So you are already entered into the public server. You are inside of the network. Inside of the VPC means private VPC will allow to connect the server. So first you have login this server and here to have connected the server. That's what if you can see. First you have connected the server. From that server to have connected second server. You are in the second server, private server, not public server. So you can ask the questions now.
Yeah, I'm clear, Veera.
What about others?
Yeah, we are good with this, Veera.
More questions.
Clear.
I have
Okay.
a question.
Yes, Rohini.
Even though we have connected the private server using the public, no, we can't access the internet, right? Like we can't access, right?
From where?
The private, we have
Yes.
logged into the private instance, right?
Yeah, so we have the concept to access the internet from here. There is an NAT gateway concept. So we will
Yeah,
discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss. So here, yeah. So for example, you are inside of the private server, right? So if you try to give ping Google command, for example. So ping Google command means I'm trying to run google.com here. So I'm not getting any response means you don't have any internet.
Yeah.
You are in the private server, right? So we will use this we will use the NAT gateway process to connect the internet from here to private.
Okay, sure, Veera. Thank you.
So any questions? Okay. Let's go to that. We have a 20 minutes of time. I will explain the NAT gateway process also. So guys, you are inside of the private server. So definitely, if you want to install any packages, okay, if you want to install any packages or anything, we need internet. But you are inside of the private server means private server, there is no any connections to old connections to any old. So only we have connected public server is connected to private server only. But this is connect only. So but if I want to access internet from the private instance, so there is no any internet routing here. So definitely we cannot access internet from the private instance. But I need a internet access. I need internet access to update some packages, install some application required dependencies and all. In that case, if I provide routing from here to here means again, this is also public subnet. So it is not a private subnet. So without providing the path from the public route table to private subnet, I will see, is there any options to use the internet from private to public, not public to private. What is the difference here? The difference is, guys, so the difference is here is the, so here are the users, for example, here are the users. So if I enable this like this, everyone can connect my server. Not required any public server. This is public server now. Not required any bash no host. So this is not possible. But still I need a internet. So how we can do? I need internet means I can use the internet, but no one can connect me by using the same internet. If you use internet, others also will connect directly. But I need internet means, so the requirement is I need internet, but using that internet, no one connect me. But I need internet. In this case, we are using NAT gateway process. We're using NAT gateway. So what is NAT gateway here? So what is NAT gateway? What is internet gateway? So this is internet gateway, right? So let's have a look here. Internet gateway. So if I use internet gateway allows the request bidirectional. Bidirectional means, so for example, here is the server. So here is the laptop. Bidirectional is nothing but here is the laptop, here is the server. Means the request go through internet gateway and connect to server, and server required internet means connect internet gateway and connect external whatever. So connect external internet like this. So I can connect and server will give the back to the page like this way. So both direction internet gateway is allowed. Towards the internet gateway, away from the internet gateway means your server can connect the outside of the world and my laptop will connect the server. Both ends it will allow. That is internet gateway. What about NAT gateway? So the NAT gateway is so this is my server, for example. So laptop. So this is my server. So in this case, my request, the NAT gateway allows only one direction, not bidirection. One direction only. One direction means towards the NAT gateway from the server. So the requirement, I need a requirement internet. In this case, my server can connect the NAT gateway and use the internet gateway. Use the internet. But other people try to connect NAT gateway, here it will block. The request towards the NAT gateway will block. But request from the server internal, no, this is external request, right? NAT gateway blocks external requests. NAT gateway blocks external requests. And allows internal requests. And allows internal requests. In this case, internal request means my server is internal only, right? Not external, right? In this case, my server can use the internet, but no one can use the server by using the same network. Why? They need to connect the server through NAT gateway. So NAT gateway blocks the request from external. NAT gateway allows the request from only internal. That is the beauty of the NAT gateway. This is one direction only. But internet gateway allows both directions. This is bidirectional. Okay, this is bidirectional. Anyway, guys, so time is already so 1.5 hours. It's been close to 9 for IST. So we'll explain tomorrow. If I explain NAT gateway also today, may you overload the concept here, the existing public subnet and private subnet. You do the practice till here only. So tomorrow I will explain the NAT gateway concept first 20 minutes. After that, we will do one again from the scratch entire lab. Bastion host, and also once connect the private server, my private server try to access internet from external by using NAT gateway. And the same time external people is trying to access private server, it will deny the request. So like that we can see the differences and all. After that I will show you a sample project. I mean, I'm not going to show any lab. I will show the project architecture so that you can easily understand, okay, this is the requirement. That's what we have created one server. That's what we have created an NAT gateway. You can easily understand if I show one project architecture here. Okay, that's all for today. So the NAT gateway concept I will implement tomorrow in the lab itself. Again, I will explain one more time tomorrow this architecture, what is internet gateway, NAT gateway and all. So try to understand this concept. Please complete the lab till here. What I did today and creation of something VPC and subnet and creation of route table and all. Till here you can complete, till bash node you can complete. So tomorrow I will show the how private server will use the internet by using NAT gateway. Is it clear?
Veera, do we pay for NAT usage?
Definitely. So that's what I'm not explaining now. If I connect now, again I need to show tomorrow, right? So NAT gateway is not free of cost. It is not comes under free tier. So it will charge. It will. I mean, it's chargeable. Better once we create a NAT gateway, immediately you can delete it. Okay. You will get maybe bill just for as Indian currency. You will get 5 rupees only if you use the NAT gateway for just immediately. So immediately you can delete. It is not like a dollars. So till here we can complete it. So. And by the way, I will share the blocks. I have done already some blocks here. So if you can see these blocks, okay, I will share this link into the WhatsApp. So if you can see, you will find some blocks related to NAT gateway and so create VPs and AWS with public and private subnets and NAT gateway RT and bash host process. If you click on this bash host process, you will find a enter screenshots, what you need to do. So everything. Okay, if you are having any questions, if you any blockage by seeing these screenshots, you will get a clarity. Clear, guys? Finally, so are you clear or no? Do not hesitate, guys. If you are not clear, do not hesitate. We will spend one more day on the same topic. So understanding is very important. Don't compromise. 1 week may delay, but learn the concept in depth.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, we
clear,
are
Veera.
clear, Veera.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, then I'm going to wind up the session for today. So we'll catch up tomorrow with the NAT gateway concept. Okay, let me share this paint into the WhatsApp, and also I will share my blogs link. You can just go through that screenshots and all. If you're stuck somewhere in a lab while doing the lab, just take a reference from there. Still, if you are facing any issues, take a screenshot and put me, I mean, 1-to-1, or you can put into that group also. I will check and give my reply. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, Veera.
Yeah, thank you, Veera.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So